Hey, it's MK, and I am back with Scrappin on a Ship, and I'm also being inspired by one of Penelope D's designers, or I should say design team members, Mare-Liez Oosthuizen, and I am going to share with you guys a couple pieces that I had picked out. So these are the chipboard stickers from that little collection kit that I purchased on the ship. I also have these little alpha stickers that I've already pulled off, but they're not very sticky. So I pulled them off, put them on my wax sheet, and they're sliding all over the place. So I will have to add a little bit of glue to them. I did pull out this piece of scrap green paper from the vintage coastal collection by Simple Stories to mat my photos. I also have another one of these sunbursts that is from the 49 and Market vintage artistry sunburst collection, and then a couple other mats also from the sunburst collection, and then all of these little die cuts and laser cut pieces are from the sunburst collection as well by 49 and Market. I thought these little bottles were perfect for what my photos are of, which is a funny little story in Nassau that I just could not be left out of the layout. It really wasn't, or it really can't. So I'm going to make a 8.5 by 11 layout. It doesn't really need to be a full 12. It does not need to be a full 12-inch piece for this story. And basically what it is we were walking down the streets, and there's marketeers and people all the time trying to get you to come into their shop and shop with them and things like that. And there was this gal that was giving away free samples down where we were walking. I don't even remember what we were walking to. I think this was going to the Pirate Museum. And so there was this gal that was handing out free samples. I didn't even read what it was. And she was so pretty, so beautiful. And of course, I could not help but want to talk to her because she was just so beautiful. And she comes in and says, oh my God, not comes in, but she comes and tells me, about more free samples inside. I didn't have a clue what the samples even were. I was just so excited to be where I was with my friends. Just had no clue. And instead of a free sample, she sits me on this chair, and this guy comes up and starts cleaning off my face and talking I don't even know what he says. In all honesty, I have no clue what he is even saying to me. And I'm just like, whatever. She said free samples, and now you're touching my face. And then, of course, Janet and Sandy are like, uh-oh, she got sucked in. You're supposed to just ignore these people. And I was like, I know, but she was so pretty. Like, honestly, that's what got me, was how pretty she really was. And it was just crazy. So this guy puts this stuff on my face, and I'm like, okay, what are you doing? It just feels like lotion and whatnot. I don't see anything. I don't feel anything. And then he sticks this fan on here to help speed up the process. And he shows me a mirror and he goes, do you see a difference? And I'm like, nope, I don't. And after that, he was no longer interested in me. He was no longer talking to me. And it's like, that's fine, because I didn't understand what you were saying, but I'm not really a girly girl either. I don't wear makeup. The only thing I put on my face is lotion, to be honest. And so I really didn't understand what it was that he was doing. I read a little bit of the, what are they called? The samples that they gave us. And it's like, oh my gosh, if I would have known, I definitely would not have talked to the pretty girl. But yeah, it was just funny. And the girls were Sandy and Janet, were just laughing their butts off at me because I got sucked in to, one of the shops and stuff. And they're like, you were supposed to ignore these people. And it's like, I know, I get it. But, I just thought she was so very pretty. And of course, they didn't get a picture. These are all, I think, Janet's pictures of how I got sucked in. But yeah, that poor guy, it's not very fair in my defense to suck me in like that when I'm expecting something else. And he's just touching my face. And no, I did not see anything. And why should I lie to you? Because you're going to sell me or try to sell me stuff that, in all fairness, I would never use. I'm not that type of person. I never have been that type of person. Like I said, the only thing I put on my face is lotion. And so it's just one of those things where I just, yeah. So anyways, I pulled out, so I was inspired by Mare-Liez. I was very inspired by just how simplistic her layout really is. And then she makes it look complicated by adding all these different elements. So one of the things that she added on her layout was a little bit of what looked like packaging technique. And so I switched up the packaging technique to add these little rub-ons, just to add in a little bit more color past the blue that were in these layering pieces by 49 and Market. Now, these are all from the same exact collection except for my photo mats. Of course, everything's going to coordinate really well together. But yes, I decided that instead of the packaging technique and doing very little, I'm going to go ahead and do these starbursts and make it a little bit more prominent because I don't have a big area to play with. I definitely printed my photos very small. I just printed them all on one 4x6. There was one photo that I opted not to use because I felt like I felt like my story could be told with just these three, just these three photos, and how silly it was. I definitely loved these potion bottles or these bottles because I think that's what he was trying to sell me was lotions and potions that, in my brain don't do anything except for what my lotion does. That's conveniently at a store, and I don't have to buy it again overseas. So, and we got a good laugh. There was one little green tag that had the word "oh" there, and it's like that was absolutely perfect for this specific layout. With the exclamation point. I don't know what it said underneath it, but it was perfect. And then I wanted to add a little bit more greenery over on the left page because there's greenery over on the right. But I don't want to cover up my frame so much that you can't see that it's a frame. It's just a layering piece that would have gotten lost, and I did not want that to happen. So I want to try to scatter some of these butterflies just to kind of fill in some gaps. I would like to do that. My title is actually going to go on these little bottles because it's not a very big title. It's not a very big impactful layout. It's just a funny story that I did not want to leave out because the girls were making fun of me that this was only day one. And it's like, well, I really wasn't. I don't feel like I was really sucked in all honesty. I feel like I was lied to because she told me there was more free samples of whatever it was that she was giving away because I was not paying attention at all to that. And, and instead I got sucked into this guy and that's not what I wanted. I was not interested in this one bit, but in all honesty, they did keep it short and simple. And it didn't suck up a whole lot of time. So yeah, it just super funny. So I'm scattering out my little butterflies. I just wanted to get one of every color in, just to give it a little bit more of a pop of color. I really wanted to add a lot of color to this layout because it's supposed to be a tropical, colorful layout, but really it's just a funny story layout on our way to wherever we were going. So I'm going to go ahead and use my glue to just glue everything down really quickly. And with this glue, I love it so much. It's just a small little dot and it holds everything. I don't honestly like to glue from edge to edge and the whole stinking thing down. I like where a little bit of my pieces lift up sometimes, just because adds a little bit of dimension to the layout without adding bulk. I know that's a broken record. Every video I think says that. I did cover up the other butterfly in my little cluster that I used so I could add some greenery. And I just covered it up with the exact same butterfly, but this one has a white border going around it. So I really did like that. I know it's kind of a waste of whatever cluster that was, but I'm okay with that, you guys. I've got so many elements to play with that I know that I will probably end up with leftovers even after this whole layout's done. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue down all of these letters, and I'm okay with having to glue these all down, you guys. It doesn't bother me that they weren't very sticky, but these chipboard pieces, they were very sticky. Like, I don't get the difference. But that the paper stickers were not very sticky, but the chipboard ones were very sticky. So went ahead and put a Royal Adventure down because I thought that this, was kind of a royal thing where, I'm in a beauty place and this guy's trying to convince me that I need whatever it is that he's selling. So I thought that was appropriate. And then I added this little tab that says, look at this. Because, Sandy and Janet were not going to come in until they came around the corner and looked and see, oh, golly, she's in a chair. What are we getting to now? So, and because of the roughed up edges that I gave on the butterflies, I did go ahead and glue this one down just so that way it would stick to all the different dimensions, fibrous layers, things like that. And that is my layout for today. I had a blast. This was super funny. It was a funny story that, I definitely knew for next time, don't fall for the pretty face. But you guys, their braids in their hair and their accents, I mean, it really does suck you in. I'm not lying, but it was fun. It really was. I got teased at for a couple more blocks until we got distracted by pirates. So, but it was okay. And the best part is that they both laughed their butts off when I said, nope, I can't see a thing. And the guy was like literally washed his hands of me and he was done. He turned around and basically left me in the chair. So anyways, thank you so much, Mare-Liez, for letting me lift you today or actually be inspired by you today. I really do enjoy all of the work that you do for Penelope D. Also, don't forget to check out the link down below for May I Scraplift You and check out everyone else that is playing along with Crystal's series that she does every May. And don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel, who is Galaxy Girl Creations, here on YouTube to see how she is scrapping on a ship. And again, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll check y'all later. Bye.